I think T1 needs to play a little bit more explosive in the mid game. Use the relocate and Night Stalker, find hook shots. I love Whitemon's Clockwork though, I've got to say. I've seen it a couple games. I really like to see when 5-position Clockworks understand that dying is a part of the game on that
They're
hero.
used to that one.
That is seriously what Clockwork 5 does. He goes in, he sets up the fight, and if you die tanking key spells, that is the best you can ask for as a 5 o'clock, basically. So I really like how self-sacrificial he's playing this hero.
It's not exactly.
Underdog change.
It's an underdog change, guys.
This was a change that nobody thought would win.
That's right, and it's won. It's captured the hearts of millions of people.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's nice. It makes things spicier and more interesting in the start. Cuckoo
Cuckoo's backstabbing here. He's going to find Emo, but the Astral Spirit is going to see him as well as Ollie and company by the rune. Yeah, they're going to have to back up now with that battery. So very, very scary here. LS8 not going to be able to connect. Nice spacing there for T1 as Homing Missile is going to connect. And this is going to be first blood going the way of T1. So a good start for them.
Yeah, gonna go to Zephyr. Ollie used a Fairy Fire, and therefore the last hit didn't actually go on Cuckoo. I don't know if that was the point, or if he was hoping to survive there. But, I mean, not necessarily first item, but I do think it just has a lot of value because you're against Dragon Knight, you're against IO. These are heroes you want. You can burst with magic damage, and you have so much synergy with it. Top lane, good. Good battery assault damage here from Whitemon, but not going to be enough. And obviously, you're playing against Tidehunter with Ring of Health as well as another tank.
See the Earth Spike with the Laguna Blade coming out from Emo into the Hex as well. He's so tanky. Carl pops his ult and then dies instantly. But the TPs from Whitemon are here. Nice block from Kaka. Looks like it's going to save Emo's life as a result. That's a Dragon Knight ult down and the instant death.
And the TP. So this means that space is now freed up even more top for JT, who I think in this matchup, Tide actually... If you imagine this lane being one-on-one, I think it's just flat-out Tide favored, right? Like, you just run at the gyro, you anchor smash him, and just hit him.
Taken by Kaka himself. Actually denied by Kaka himself. 23 Savage in the meantime getting chased by JT, but the Homing Missile will connect. Call down as well, trying to create as much space as possible. Only one proc connects, but there's the hook shot. Whitemon is level 6 now, inside the cogs, but a big Ravage. Is that going to be enough to at least get a kill for himself before he makes it his way to the grave? But negative. He will die, and Ravage is on cooldown now.
Very important for Whitemon to show up there without that. But they don't seem to be able to convert this ward into a mid move, which is what they want. They want to catch mid so they can take tower. They're going to get a hook shot top, though.
Yeah, it's on the support for now. Emo gets off the stun in the meantime. Looks like there might be a trade of supports. Nope, Whitemon will actually live through the day. See the relocate from Zephyr coming in as well. They're not going to find anything on top of that, so it ends up just being a dead Kaka for now.
It's something. In the meantime, Carl is pushing bottom. This is a really good play from T1. Can you get
Fly looks like going to find the easy kill. Nice attempt on the hookshot into the neutral creeps. But it's going to be the first stack, I believe, for Kaka's Finger of Death. Yep. 23 Savage now in the triangle. He's going to get scanned. And we'll just back away. The spidey senses were definitely tingling there.
Yep. So all in all, still a very even game. Would once again still slightly favor IG based on map control, but with this open bottom tower now that Carl managed to accomplish, that will help them a lot. Gold is basically at a point that's roughly 0. And worth noting is the value of the net worth, right? Like, we like talking about the graph and what it means, and that, you know, this hero is rich and this hero is poor, but it's not always that binary. It's also about, like, how much is the gold worth. IO's mech is an insane net worth.
That's a Ravage, and that's a dead Cuckoo. All right, okay. Elder Titan ult used as well.
He's got no Dark Ascension, so they make their move, and both moves are successful. Now, what are you going to use this Aegis for? So we did see Fly go for the E-Blade. He did follow through and only get the value Yasha and actually queuing up BKB. His burst now is nasty.
Oh boy, they're going to Hex 23 Savage right off the bat. Finger of Death to follow, and Zephyr trying to go for the save, but it's not to be. It's going to be his death as well. So a very nice smoke gank after the Roche was taken from IG.
They didn't even E-Blade there.
Yep. And it looks like he's good to go. Kaka jumps in with the Impale. Now the counter initiation from Whitemon only gets one inside the cogs. That's the Emo BKB, and that is a dead Cuckoo right off the bat. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange for now. 4 staff to safety for JT, and the reset here for IG, who still have that Aegis in tow.
Yeah, very good Ravage. Cuckoo obviously unable to BKB. He was caught by the Lion Stun. They BKB on the gyro only, so it was a 4-man Ravage. Dragon Knight didn't get his off, and they take an okay-ish fight. Honestly,
IO coming in as well. Do they have enough to take out Emo? They have the vision. There's the hook shot. And That's going to be an easy kill. Very nicely layered there from T1. A little sneaky gank, if you will. And that's 60 seconds. Essentially, you're deleting that from the Aegis, right?
Yep, that's true. That should...
As we see a replay here, there's that big old Ravage. And the BKBs galore for IG, really making the big difference here.
Notice the Morphling's mana in all of this, right? That's the defusal from Gyro at work. Just really
that's true.
Forcing him out of the fight. Can't really do much. Yeah, they're going to be hungry for more moves with this Lina dead. Really good to see here from T1. Just keep putting on the pressure when you have the mana advantage. Your lineup is very snowbally in nature and what it can do when it's ahead. The Night Stalker and Dragon Knight.
Might want to still go, though. Whitemon posturing for a hook shot. See if they would go for... Oh! Waveform to the high ground as Kaka is going to get caught by Cuckoo. There's the BKB with the crippling fear. Looks like he'll clean up the line very easily. Now onto Fly potentially. Carl on the backside in his dragon form as Cuckoo's BKB has now dissipated. There's the E-Blade. Cuckoo has to try to kite this a bit. The hook shot now going to connect onto Emo. The Cogs pushing him back in. 23 Savage doing a lot of damage, but the BKB, there's a save from Zephyr. Look at the HP regen, but it's not going to be enough to save him as Emo, able to Shadow Blade out to safety, some way, somehow lives. Double kill for Fly now as he continues just destroying kids left and right. That was extremely close to having a decent fight for T1 if Emo dies there.
There wasn't much... they didn't need much more there, just a tiny little bit. Of course, an issue that they are facing with their lineup, so we're going to see the replay here. Cuckoo has good single target damage on Night Stalker, right? But he uses everything for the Lion kill. So now that they want to go for a core kill, Cuckoo can't connect here. He's getting zoned off by the Morphling. And once this fight breaks out down here, can't ever really reconnect back in, right? Yeah. He finally gets in after another 10 seconds, just gets Laguna and dies on the spot. So obviously Gyrocopter as a carry offers insane teamfight damage. I feel like it's kind of cute to give the shard to ET in this game, but the Lion one is also good. The reason the ET one is cool is he's playing with a lineup, so...
JT, he's going to get a gush off, but there's a counter initiation. Nice Kaka, gets off the Hex. There's the Ravage onto several heroes, though, as 23 Savage pops the BKB and just right-clicking to his heart's content. 2 for 2 as the buyback comes out now from the Tidehunter. JT back into the fight very shortly. Is Emo on the high ground, be able to finish off Whitemon pretty easily. Now that all this has been expended, they're going to focus everything onto 23 Savage. He is going to get destroyed. And Cuckoo with very little HP. Looks like he'll get out, but this likely means a free Roche for IG.
It's bad news for T1 when you lose a fight where your Gyro has Satanic and DD. But look at the damage, right? Like the damage numbers. Gyro did everything. Nobody else even seemingly got anything off. Carl just got blasted, did 95 damage total. I don't even know how that's possible with Dragon Knight. Maybe he hit a Dragon Tail. Probably what it was, right? And just got annihilated. It's just, you're going to see here in the replay, right? So they catch him as the opener, blast him immediately, take him out. Morph turns into Gyro, goes for the flat cannon hits. And Cuckoo lucky to survive there as well on that, and will obviously reset out here. And they are trying to like poke and prod at Emo, but he's just going to reset and survive. And Cuckoo will be the lone survivor flying away. So huge lead now going the way of IG. 9k Aegis.
All right, let's talk about Shard. All right.
They gave the Shard to...
Well, Fly has it in his backpack. Means he's not going to use it.
So, okay, so here's why I think it could be cool on ET here is...
They don't have any crazy Shards, by the way.
Right. That's
Tidehunter
first of all,
that's
why you could
objectively,
consider it.
I would say.
Obviously, the ET doesn't have the Ag Scepter yet, so you are exposing yourself. But what the Shard does on the ET is that you can choose... to replace your Astral Spirit position when you stomp, right? So let's say he finds a stomp onto either Gyro or DK, he can get on top of them and remove that armor. So Morph can just blast them immediately, right? During a Hex, for example. I think it's cute, but at the same time, maybe the risk-reward isn't good enough for it. Because you're also putting yourself in an awkward position, right?
It sounds more like a core. Build,
yeah, when he has Ag, if he had the Scepter, I think they would give it to him on the spot.
All right, so right as usual, Synderen, you need to listen to your elders here.
If he had it on ET, if he had the Ag Scepter, they would have given it to him. Trust me. Source, trust me.
All right, if he had 6,000 gold worth of items in addition to what he has.
It's 3k in addition.
Well, plus what his normal net worth would be at this point.
I have no idea how that makes any sense.
Synderen, just listen.
Yep, listening.
And don't forget.
Learned nothing. All right.
That is a tier 3 tower down. Fly is doing so much damage with the addition of Emo at his side. And with his Aegis, I can't blame T1 for not even attempting to defend this.
Yeah, it's rough.
Still, the Aegis, plenty of time for IG to just go for another set.
Yeah, I think you just go mid. I don't even know if you need the creep wave. Maybe they do want to ensure it.
Play it safe here, probably.
Yeah, they have time. Aegis with 2.5 minutes is more than enough to push out the mid wave and go next. So they're going to take it nice and easy.
So yeah, the Anchor Smash shard we should mention. I'm going to do this every cast, by the way. When people complain, then maybe I'll stop. But actually, no, I'm not going to complain. You get the extra damage on Anchor Smash, and it reduces the damage and does damage to the towers as well. So it gives you even more pushing potential, Synderen.
Yep.
With the lineup that they have, it's not needed, but it's nice to have.
Yeah, I guess that's why Flyfly was hanging on to it for so long. They were like, man, none of our shards feel amazing. Which one is least bad?
Yeah, like Lena's is really weird. I mean, Lion's is pretty good.
I think they should have given it to Lion, honestly. I think the Lion one would have been better than Tide, personally. But just because it gives you a line of protection against some potential plays.
I think the issue with that is that it ends up being a waste when Night Stalker blinks on you with Crippling Fear and you can't do anything anyway.
It's Ghost Scepter for that, at least. So you can outlive that and then maybe Mana Drain the follow-up.
So the Void is going to do like 800 damage instead of 3? That's the math.
Yeah. I mean, so far, everything you've said about numbers has been like 100%
just
off.
Ignore the numbers
literally.
And just listen to what I'm trying to say. Not very eloquently, by the way.
Yep.
All right, tier 3 down again.
Waveformed into the rocket. A little bit of mistake there. Doesn't matter, though.
Good effort.
And it's just going to keep pushing. They still have the 2 siege creeps
as well. There's the BKB from Carl on the back line. They're going to be able to take out Ollie right off the bat. Very nicely done. He has to buy back into the game now. As Morphling. Looks like he's trying to find somebody in the back line as well, but just going to be the clockwork for now. So I think T1 probably back to the high ground they go is the relocate to just avoid the homing missile coming through. And with that BKB dissipating now, IG in prime position to take not only a second racks, but potentially the game as well.
Yep, they know the relocate's coming back. Nice stomp timing there.
Yep, and there's the Ravage to follow it up, and looks like that's going to be an easy peasy kill into 23 Savage. He does have buyback though, as Carl going to get connected by Zephyr there. They're going to try to go on him. The Cuckoo jumps in with a Crippling Fear, but has to back away immediately. Just doesn't really have that much presence. Now the BKBs are down. Echo Stomp's going to connect onto 23 Savage, who just TP'd in. That is a triple kill for Flyfly and a dieback onto 23 Savage. So game 1 is going to go to IG in convincing fashion, which, I mean, the laning stage didn't go that well for T1, but they did come back.
I guess against Lion Doom, you're okay. Lion Doom doesn't really do anything. They just farm, right, in the start. So maybe I think T1 in this game can draw or slightly win mid if Carl plays it well. And in the safe lane, you probably draw or slightly win as well on Luna, but your Night Stalker is going to get crushed. That's what I'm worried about. Even with a well-played Snapfire here, I think troll a bad and just out-farm you, just pressure.
So you're going with
constantly.
IG.
It's hard not to based on last game as well, right? But I do see... I actually think from a draft perspective, thinking about it a little bit more, if things go...
Savage getting pressured. The Hex is there with JT applying a lot of pressure. Oh, the Fairy Fire keeps him alive just a little bit longer, but it's not going to be enough. First Blood goes the way of Kaka himself. Might be enough for a kill. He's going to try to turn this around with the Lucent Beam. Looks like it's going to be enough to get the kill on Kaka instead. Zephyr's there as well, but yeah, there's just too many heroes that are not comfortable. Oh, looks like the rune is not going to be taken by Emo. He thought it was bottom, but ends up getting brought down by Carl. My goodness, wrong place, wrong time. Not sure what the communication there was, but Ollie's going to get taken out as well. So a double kill for Carl. In the meantime, the battle for the Illusion Room comes to fruition, Synderen, as Zephyr's going to get brought down as well. So 2 for 1 across the board. There's the Doom, first of the game. And that's going to be a double kill for JT. So nice turnaround from IG, but definitely a misplay from Ember. I'm not sure what the... It felt like he thought the rune was bottom, even though it's just having a 1k lead. Maybe that's a little more even than we think, even past that.
That's fair.
As Ollie gets brought down now in the mid lane. So Carl starting to snowball a bit. Obviously that death was pretty costly for him, but still doing quite well. He's going to jump now with it. The cookie to come to fruition as well. Flyfly gets his ult off, and now Carl in a wrong place, wrong time. Again, Flyfly looks like they get credit for that kill. He might be brought down shortly after. Finally, ult is down. Pops a Fairy Fire. Now going to turn this around to Cuckoo. Gets the whirling axes off Emo. On the other side of the trees, and Cuckoo has to pop that ult to make sure he can go up the terrain here.
Ooh, that is...
I thought that was going to be at least a kill onto 23 Savage.
Storm
does block now. See if they have enough damage to take him out eventually. Looks like they will. As Carl looking to get credit for that one, as there's the cookie to help close the gap, and that is a second kill for them, and the tower somehow survives.
All right. Yeah, they chose to open up on the Tide under his tower.
Radiant's bottom tower
Don't think
is
that was
under
the play
attack.
there from IG. That gets punished very easily by T1 with that Ravage turnaround.
Looks like it's going to be likely a deny to come in for T1. Be successful with that.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Bottom
Cuckoo in
lane.
the bot lane, crippling fear. Gonna get turned on though. Flyfly and Kaka. Looks like we'll have enough damage in all likelihood with that Finger of Death. Indeed. Flyfly going for the Maelstrom, by the way, went for the Falcon Blade first.
Dire's top
Upgrade, you can't really... You need value for it, right? It's a similar path that items like Bracer, Wraithband, okay, we'll get there later. Emo.
Yeah, crippling fear. Oh man, Ember's gonna get absolutely decimated. Emo gets blown up. Carl basically out of mana, but damage has already been done. JT on the run now. Do they have enough cash? The Lucent Beam's going to keep him in place just for now, and that's a double kill for Carl, as Ollie not able to keep his allies alive. And looks like he's going to be the third brought down in this mini engagement in favor of T1.
T1 are definitely bringing the numbers
Radiant's top tower
to these
is
fights.
under
Very
attack.
nice.
And Flyfly very close to about 600 away from finishing the Maelstrom for himself, and right, they're definitely at the disadvantage. We talk about the Doom net worth advantage that inherently comes just by having that heroes. There's the Orchid, like you said, a couple minutes behind probably what he would have been if he didn't die a couple times, but good initiation here, and that's a huge... I mean, crippling fear against any of these mobility heroes, very, very strong.
Yeah. And while T1 do defend their top tower, which is necessary in this spot, I think it's a great choice to hold that. It is still low on health, so probably going to be another move from IG coming up here very soon. Ravage is still ready, though, for Whitemon, but Emo's going to try to get it on his own. Not happening. Orchid.
Yeah, that's the Orchid reveal right now, but looks like Flyfly will be fine for now, as Carl has very little mana to speak of, but Kaka in pretty bad position. Lucent Beam and the Void enough.
Oh,
yep,
they
they're
found
jumping
Ollie.
again. Yep, Ollie, the sacrificial lamb. There's the cookie to keep him in place, so could be yet another death for him. Of course, if you're IG, that's the hero you kind of wanted.
Yeah.
But a nice smoke here from T1. If IG are not careful, they could be brought down, but yeah, they can feel it with that scan coming in.
Yeah.
Although, well, whose scan was that actually? So that's two smokes now that have been countered by the scan.
Whitemon is
Whitemon.
showing.
Gonna get initiated on by Kaka, but the Kraken Shell does activate. Troll has to pop his ult to stay alive as Whitemon very low, but it looks like JT and Kaka take a tumble. That means IG on the run. Flyfly gonna get brought down as well, and this is looking like a big disaster fight for IG, as Emo just doesn't have the damage to fight, and Ollie just not enough to keep his team alive right now. And looks like the usual slow death for Abaddon, although, yeah, they don't want to chase any further, I suppose. I didn't realize he still had his ult.
Have IG not watched BSJ's videos?
Which video is this?
That
deadline?
Tide was dangling.
23 Savage is having himself a game on that Luna, for sure. This is not where you want to be as Troll. He's going to get initiated on. There's the Orchid to silence him, and he is very close to dead. In fact, Cuckoo just finishes him off in style. JT just going to be collateral damage at this point, and T1 on a roll. It's only a 2K net worth lead, but it's probably more if you put in the Doom consideration.
Yeah, it's definitely a sizable advantage, and you imagine the Radiant call now is, okay guys, calm down, we need BKBs, right? Like
the ult, I should say, is TP out. Looks like they're not going to find one outstart here. Ollie finally ult goes up, but they find the Troll in the trees, and even expending Mortimer's Kisses. Down he goes, and that is a celebratory belch from Mortimer himself onto the Tier 2 tower.
The smoke.
I mean, momentum, you're talking about the net worth not being that
Double
big of a
smokes.
difference.
Instant
They're
break
going to
on
run into each
Kaka.
other. Cuckoo knows. He's going to get Hex right off the bat into the Impale to follow. Carl jumps in with that BKB, and BKB's popped by both teams, in fact. Ollie trying to tank as much damage as possible. JT looks like he's going to be able to clean up Zephyr pretty easily. Carl very low on mana. They really want to take out Ollie first. You can see that is their game plan right now. It's a 2-for-1 to start this fight as Flyfly. They're going to try to re-engage potentially. Has his ult, but there's the Whitemon ult. It's going to connect successfully. They're going to kite Flyfly as a result, and now he's just stuck in his ult form inside the pit, and that is going to be an easy cleanup crew for T1. You can see the Doom already applied and basically doing nothing against the Storm Spirit here as JT gets the hoof stomp off, but he's going to drop to his death as well. So a 4-for-1 terrific fight from T1. Question is, do they have enough HP to take out Roche now?
Don't think it looks like it. It's a little bit too dodgy, and they're going to both TP out.
You can see how well they kited 23.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Flyfly.
Flyfly. Sorry.
They're kiting out the Troll. Like
Yeah.
it's really important that okay, we're going to see the replay here. So again, Kaka goes in first, and they use all these spells, but not enough to kill Cuckoo. He gets BKB off. I don't know if this is worth it from JT off on the side. Yeah, you're killing the Snap, but you already stopped the Snapfire's ulti, right? I think Doom has to connect with his team way earlier here and get that Doom out before the Ravage. This is a really good Ravage, by the way, from Whitemon. Perfectly used. As the Doom goes out on the Storm, protects him entirely, and then the Cow Dive Blind Play. I think this fight is very different if Doom accepts that stopping Snap ult is enough, and gets back down. But it's a hard call to make in the moment for sure.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
So into the Roche pit they go, but there's the smoke from IG. Counter initiation is on the table here. Oh, JT jumps in with a hoof stomp, gets off the Infernal Blade. They're going to be able to blow up. Poor 23 Savage is donezo, along with Zephyr. So 2 for nothing. A great initiation there from IG, and they're going to get even more, and they will get Roche as a result. Holy Jesus, what a turnaround! Holy Gaben.
That was just a bit too easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, they get the Slight Chains on 2, they get the Blink Stomp on 2, or on 1 even, but I feel like it's kind of criminal for T1 to try to kill Roche without Ravage and without Dark Ascension. I feel like this is just flat out a mistake to attempt this.
Yeah.
It's very telegraphed that they're going there too. And
Yeah, the
nice
Searing Chains set it up.
Yeah.
There's
That's
too much
big.
burst
That
damage.
is honestly a full comeback for IG in this game.
Yeah.
And with this Aegis now sitting on Troll, he can get kited twice instead of 1 life.
He will die twice on him, but there's the Doom applied to Cuckoo, and it looks like he's going to tick out very shortly. There's the Ravage coming in from Whitemon, connects onto several heroes. It's going to be 1 dead for now in the Lion. So Emo, looks like he's going for the outskirts of the Zephyr kill here. Will be successful in doing so. Still with the Aegis online, and T1 expended a lot for this. It didn't really get that much. That means the tier 2 tower will finally fall here.
Effectively kind of a Doom for Ravage.
Oh my god, Cuckoo. BKB TP. Will it be enough? Oh my god, he dies! Oh, that's a BKB charge. He got so greedy with the neutrals. Oh no. Oh, good lord. That is unfortunate if you're a T1 fan.
That's 1,000 gold for Doom.
Yikes. Basically everything. Doom, not quite up yet. As I say that, it has come back. So this is probably the window of opportunity that IG wants to take advantage of having that second life on Troll, who, like you said, gets kited so freaking easily.
Radiant are scanning.
Carl jumps in, looking for Ema with a crippling fear to follow, but he has to pop his BKB, gets the Searing Chains off onto 2. Ollie's in the vicinity as well. Looks like Carl's going to get out to safety, though. Doesn't have much mana to work with. Attempting to TP out will be successful. Cuckoo in the meantime. Yep, the Doom will cancel it. And that means 2 BKB charges for Cuckoo have actually just been wasted.
Yeah.
Although I guess trading for a Doom is something. It's better than the original one.
It's something, but that still doesn't feel good. You know you're going to lose mid tower now, most likely. Without your Night Stalker in this fight, can't really hold on to this. And they're actually just going.
JT jumps in with the hoof stomp, past the BKB as well with the Finger of Death. They're going to be able to blow up 23 Savage very easily. And Carl trying to do as much as he can, but he's all alone now. And T1 are just falling apart at the seams here in the last, like, 5 minutes. They don't look the same from the rest of the game. Just completely falling apart.
That's the BKBs. That's it. That was that one thing that IG needed to start winning literally every fight.
Yeah.
They got it, and they just get the job done. Nice ball lightning there, but not quite enough. And the wave's going to come in. Aegis Regeneration will go off, so Blackfire will be full HP.
Yeah, this is going to be at minimum 1 rack.
Yeah, this is something Troll is good at. We found it. We found the thing Troll is good at.
With Abaddon as well. Don't forget the Curse of Avernus. Look at that extra attack speed. What a beast that bird. All right, so we're going to get mid. Going to transition to top potentially. No, they're going to jump in. It's going to force the buyback onto Luna potentially, but no. Cuckoo gets forced after safety, but not safe enough apparently. He dies right in front of his Ancient. So they're going to hold on to the buyback, but that's another 20-second discrepancy. You have to wait for the Night Stalker to come back. When we talk about the Ags, it's, I mean, in theory, good for high ground defense, but you need some buildings, you need some heroes in addition. So this is going to be 2 sets of racks for IG when it was looking very favorable for T1 in this game. Oh, they're jumping in. All right. Now that Luna's come back, see the Mortimer's Kisses as well. Fly pops the BKB, and with no way to actually stop that TP, they'll be successful in getting out. Ollie, though, again, Sacrificial Lamb, that's the hero you want for it. Abby is dead. Open fight here potentially for IG. Emo, he pops his BKB, though. Focusing on Whitemon for now. Doesn't really have much damage to speak of, though, as Cuckoo gets initiated on by JT, looking for the Doom target potentially, but Cuckoo has to pop that, and back away for now. Searing Chains from afar. Again, Emo just doing so much, creating so much havoc from afar right now. And Cuckoo looks to be the first to die in this engagement. Does have his buyback, though. They're going to get tied as well. He did have Ravage, but still has the buyback in addition. So we'll see if they end up trying to defend Roche here. That's one. Pretty sure IG's just likely just going to go for this. And all he does have is Ags now. Is this the fastest one you've ever seen? It's
part about it? I don't know.
It's crazy. Oh, we got the Finger of Death on the 2. Oh my god, 23 Savage takes a tumble. No buyback to speak of. And that means it's a 5v4 advantage despite the buybacks coming out from T1. And they lose Whitemon again. That is a dieback. So this is a free Roche. That's going to be Aegis. That's going to be Shard. And that's likely going to be game.
That was such a quick jump too. Like, no hesitation. They have these perfect 2 wards here, pre-placed IG, and they see a key hero, and Kaka's just in right away. You're going to see it here. Instant Hex, just full-on burst. Lion as well as Storm and the Doom Stomp. And here goes Roche. Huge, huge, huge. The lore of like Satan or Lucifer or whatever. Does he like to gamble or something?
Oh boy, we're going to have to hold that thought as 23 Savages. Yeah. Refresher was used. Double Shivas.
He got mauled.
We'll have to ask Slacks. I believe that he worships Satan.
Doom also has a voice line that says, "I gambled, you lost," right? Like maybe it's because it's a sin or something or whatever.
Yeah, like when the devil comes down and there's a lot of movies about that where somebody bets their soul.
Right.
So maybe
so level dead is based on that? Yeah.
I don't know. It's an old mechanic they wanted to bring back. Understandable. As T1.
You need to come up with that spell first.
That's true.
Oh, Kaka.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening.
Ollie gets his ult off, and you can see that his Ags is doing almost nothing.
Yeah, that's what happens when nobody takes damage.
Yeah, that's true. And this is going to be Mega Creeps, so IG going to take this 2-0.
No, it's not, Shannon. There's still a ranged barracks top.
My mistake, guys. I forgot that ranged barracks.
Surely it will not be taken in the next 30 seconds.
30 seconds to take it out. Will they do it? That's the big question of the game. No question of who's going to win the game in the end. And there's the Mega Creeps. It's going to be an eventual GG, you would think. Trying to create as much space as possible as Whitemon gets off his Ravage onto 3. The zip back in by Carl. Wi-Fi just able to get his ult off in time, and we'll get the trade very easily there. And already at half HP with that Scotty now in tow. And the Blink Dagger as well. I guess they're just going to hold out as long as possible. I mean, it is TI, so understandable. You never know. If they dive your fountain 10 times, then you can come back.
Maybe T1 predicted longest game of the tournament to be 40 to 50, and they got there now. Well, then you could call it now.
Yeah. Maybe they can hold on another 10 minutes.
Be a very bold prediction.
If this was a pub game, it wouldn't end anytime soon, that's for sure. Oh, Carl jumps in, wants the kill really bad on the line. Looks like he's going to be able to get it, so Kaka takes a tumble. 23 Savage gets off the Eclipse, but there's a whole bunch of creeps there to tank it up, and GG is finally called. So IG take it 2-0. Overall, pretty convincing.
Yep.
But T1, you know, a little bit sloppy from their side, but you can see the potential.
For sure. I think this game more so than the last one. This time the lanes went better, and honestly, for me, the moment in this game that really cost them the most is when they tried to